Alright, now I'm going to question 3. It's a question on analytical geometry. In the description box, uzothola ama links for other questions engiwaphendulile for this November 2016 Mathematics 2 question paper. So lana question 3 but in a diagram, A, B, and C are the vertices of triangle ABC. M is the midpoint of AB, and then N is a point on CA. Now N is a point on CA such that MN, this line is parallel to this line ubani BC, right? So lana, it's a question on analytical geometry. In the Cartesian plane basipe a triangle, right? This line is parallel to this line. This is equal to this. It reminds me of a theorem. I only mention a manje, but it reminds me of a theorem. A popular theorem as ifundile like a grade 11. With 3.1, but to determine the coordinates of M, the midpoint of AB. 3.1 is for the midpoint of AB, so it's a straightforward one. The midpoint M is X and Y. I'm a coordinates as was your calculator. So this is equal to M XA plus XB over 2, YA plus YB over 2, and then M is over equal to na substitute XA over 6, XB over 2 divided by 2, minus 2 YA, right? YA, minus 2, and then YB about 15 divided by 2. So after some substitution, the equation becomes this, and then 6 plus 2 divided by 2 is 4, and then minus 2 plus 15 over 2, it's 13 over 2. So this is the midpoint M. These are the coordinates for midpoint M. Alright, now like with 3.2, so with 3.2, but to determine the gradient of line MN, another straightforward one, but you have to remember this this conclusion. Yoguti ama lines are parallel, have equal gradients, right? So lana I just calculated M ama coordinates ka M, but now ama coordinates ka bani ka N. So it simply means that lagu ama gradient ka MN anyangikhona ukuyi-calculate if ever ngifuna ukuzicalculate-la yona using ama coordinates along line ka MN. So angeke ngikhona ukucalculate la because of ama coordinates ka M no N ka N anginawo, since I need two coordinates to calculate the gradient. Now since MN parallel to BC, this was given lana, and our lines are parallel, have equal gradients. I can use B no C to find a gradient kabani ka MN, which is something esoyenza lana. So we know that MN is parallel to BC. It means our gradients wakhona lingana for line MN and line BC. So to calculate the gradient ka MN, you sebenzisa I gradient ka BC. So the gradient ka BC is YB minus YC over XB minus XC. So we substitute OIB is 15, YC is 3, YB is 2, and then XC is minus 4. 15 minus 3, 12 divided by 2 minus 4, it's 6. So it's 12 over 6, and 12 over 6 is 2. So it means the gradient ka BC is equal to 2. Therefore, the gradient yaga MN is equal to bani 2 as well. So the gradient for MN is equal to 2. All right. So I think erase so we can answer 3.3. Alright, now 3.3, but hence or otherwise determine the equation of line MN in the form y equal to mx plus c. So basically, but sithola the equation of a straight line MN. right? Ngine gradient ka mn. I do, yes I do. The gradient for n is equal to 2, right? And I also have the coordinates wakabani waka m, which is 4 and 13 over 2. 13 over 2, right? So, and siyazi ukuthi if ever ufuna ucalculator iloganje equation of a straight line, udinga amaloganje. You need a gradient as well as 1 point, so that we can apply the formula le. This formula ga y minus y1 equal to m in bracket x minus x1, right? 1 point and a gradient. Then you can find the equation of a line. So y minus y1 13 over 2 equal to 2 gradient of 2, x minus x1 ubani 4, so it's minus 4 la. So y minus 13 over 2 is equal to 2x minus 8, y is equal to 2x minus 8 plus 13 over 2, y is equal to 2x, and then it's negative 8 plus 13 over 2 is negative 3 over 2, negative 3 over 2. So this is the equation of our straight line mn. It's in the form y equal to mx plus bunny plus c. This is c, which is also the y-intercept, and then m is our gradient. Right, 3.4, calculate with reasons the coordinates of n. The coordinates of n. Okay, now 3.4 angisho 3.4 sifuna ama coordinates ka n with calculate with reasons. There's one way, in fact there's another way of calculating ama coordinates ka n without using the method engizokukhomba yona. You can find the equation of the straight line CA, right? And then okay, we do have the equation for line MN, right? I have this one, I have the equation for this line, as well as, okay, I have the equation for this line MN. I have to calculate the equation for the straight line AC. Then solve my equations simultaneously, ngithola the coordinates for the point of intersection for these two lines. Then boom, sengitholile kamaloganje ama coordinates ka n. But lana bathi si calculate with reasons, right? With reasons. Okay, bheka ke la. I can see that u B M ulingana no A M as well, and UMN is parallel to BC. Therefore, UAN must also be equal to CN. Why? AN must also be equal to Bani CN. It's because of the midpoint theorem. It's because of the midpoint theorem. This is because of the midpoint theorem. The midpoint theorem is something we fundile grade 10, I think. Grade 10, yes, grade 10. Even at grade 12 as well. The midpoint theorem is an important theorem. So yeah, this is the conclusion esiyenza ukuthi UAN ulingana nobani no CN. So therefore it means UN, therefore N is what is the midpoint. The midpoint of bani of AC. Therefore the coordinates waga N So a calculator is equal to bani XA plus XC divided by 2 YA plus YC divided by 2. This is equal to ama-coordinates ka n kuyoba ubani. Let's do this. Coordinate A, YA, I mean XA is 6 plus XB 2, everything divided, okay, 6 plus 2 divided by 2 is equal to bani, is equal to 4. AC, yeah, AC, yep, no B, man. Alright, it's going to be 6 plus negative 4 close bracket divided by 2 is what? Is 1. Is 1. I'm gonna add shy space la, so that's why I'm just calculating. I'm calculating without showing guys substitution, right? So there's a mark for a substitution. So lana ke sizoti YA it's minus 2, YA plus YC with 3 plus 3 divided by 2. Answer, it's 1 over 2. So lana it's going to be 1 over 2. So the coordinates for n, it's 1 and 1 over 2. Now my coordinates kabani ka n, so I calculate with reason, or you can use simultaneous to calculate my coordinates ka n. Now for 3.5 uzodinga ukuthi erase lana, so in terms of answer, then we answer with 3.5. Okay, now la ku 3.5 bathini ke bathi if AB CD in that order is a parallelogram, determine the coordinates of D. Sifuna ama coordinates ka D. Let's see. Okay, A, B, C, D uzoba somewhere in order to have a parallelogram. So it's going to be something like this, right? But uma ngibheka kahle, it looks like a rhombus more. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's a parallelogram. It's a parallelogram, yeah. The shorter side, the longer side. Okay, this is a parallelogram, but nangabe uyibheka as this your base, and then lama sides lawa ma height wakho, then uzoyibona ibonakala ngathi rhombus like. But anyway, this is a parallelogram. Nangabe siba no point bani D, right? Bese bathi calculate ama coordinates ka bani ka D, right? So bheka ke manje na. All right. Lama sides lawa anjani are parallel now. I think one way of doing it, ukuthi uthola ama equations walana, ama equations what this line as well as this line, then again uthola D as a point of intersection, or solve lama equations simultaneously, or you can use ama properties where parallelogram. Okay, bheka ke manje. All right. We do have the coordinates for n, right? Start to calculate on the previous question ama coordinates kabani ka n, and we discovered to n is also the midpoint for bani line AC, and line AC is a diagonal kuphi kule parallelogram, right? So bheka, we know that ama diagonals in a parallelogram, they intersect and then they bisect each other. Ama diagonals inside a parallelogram, they do what? They bisect each other. So diagonal BD, right, is being bisected by the diagonal, right? That also means n is also what? N is also what? N is also the midpoint for line bani BD, right? Scalculatile lana ama coordinates ka n sathola ukuthi it's 1 and 1 over 2. We can use the midpoint to calculate ama coordinates ka d, right? So the midpoint says what is calculated as n. The midpoint 1 over 2 is equal to n xd plus xb divided by 2 yd plus yb divided by 2. Then we substitute together. N 1 over 2 is equal to 1 over 2. We are born with 1 over 2 lo. Okay, I think is equal to n xd ubani x, we don't know xd, plus xb ubani 2 divided by 2, and then yd is unknown, so sishiya jongo binjalo, plus yb, which is what is 15 divided by 2. Voila. I know ukuthi le point le 1 must be equal to this, 1 over 2 must be equal to that. So 1 is equal to xd plus 2 divided by 2. Then we cross multiply lana. 2 times 1 is 2. 1 times xd plus 2 it's xd plus 2. Nang transpose 2 ngithola ukuthi xd is equal to 0. And then for y it's 1 over 2 lana. Yd plus 15 divided by 2. We cross multiply again, give about 2. 2 times yd it's 2yd plus 30. And then in transpose alo 30 to the left hand side, we total out negative 28. 2 yd divide both sides by 2, we total minus 14. So this is the value for yd. Therefore, our coordinates got d about 0 and minus 14 and minus 14. So yeah, question 3 way to phelela lana, guys. Now I have a question, or you wanna make a comment on my calculations wamla, or I made a blunder somewhere. Feel free to drop a comment in the comment section. If ever we enjoy this video, please leave a like, man. Leave a like. It helps the channel a lot. So yeah, now we're new to this channel as well. Please consider subscribing. As well. In the description box is my links for other videos recorded for this question paper. So okwamanje, I'm saying bye bye. But now I would click on one of the links in the description uzongithola ngikhuluma kulenye video elandelayo. So for now, bye bye.